Hey Maybays, and welcome back to another YouTube video. You guys are probably wondering, why the heck is she in this ugly sweater? It's Vlogmas. I'm trying to get into the Christmas spirit. This is gonna be a little Christmas baking with Trader Joe's, and they did not sponsor this video. And we're gonna be doing some yapping, okay? I call this Christmas baking and yap. And my yap is just gonna be a get to know me, because you guys have seen me do a lot of stuff. You've seen me jump into a waterfall. You guys have also seen me travel alone to go visit my friends. Like, you guys have seen me do a lot of stuff, but I feel like it's time for you guys to kind of get to know me and what are the other things that I do while we bake some nice little Blondie bars for Christmas. So first, in order to start, we need to wash our hands. What did you think? Now that my hands are washed, I'm gonna take a look at the instructions. I'm gonna see what this recipe calls for. So other than the mix that it comes with, we need softened butter, we need melted butter, 2 large eggs, and some water. That's nothing. That's literally nothing, okay? We're not doing anything too crazy today. I'm also gonna tie my hair back just for the purpose of nobody wants hair in their food, okay? If you have a black mom, you know that she's probably gonna say something like, you can't eat at everybody's house.
Oh, the ghetto! The ghetto.
Okay, I want my house to be a place where people can eat at. We are ready, prepped, hands are clean. I might even wash them again just because I was touching my hair. Whatever, we just want to be extra safe, and we'll get started now. And I know this is a Moscow Mule cup, but I just like to give myself a little something to drink while I do this, so I'm just pouring myself some kombucha, okay? No alcohol. We're not 21 yet. So one of the first steps for it is to coat a 9-inch pan with some cooking spray, but I was going through our cabinets and I just realized we don't have a 9-inch pan. We only have an 8x8. They want a square pan, so this is what I'm gonna be using today. And I just hope that it all cooks evenly and it all turns out the way that it's supposed to be. And a lot of the times when I do bake, because I don't just bake for the purpose of this video, I actually enjoy cooking. I like to use a coconut oil spray when I bake things. When I'm cooking, I like to use olive oil. But I just feel like this gives it a really sweet taste, and also it's gonna make your stuff not stick to the pan. So it works both ways. Love it, and it smells good. Okay, so it wants us to mix the softened butter, which is gonna be 3 tablespoons of that, and the cinnamon mix filling, which is this, until until mixture is thick and smooth. Okay, and then we set that aside, and in a medium bowl we're gonna put together our eggs to blend and do the melted butter. Okay, so melted butter with the eggs. We have to do things in a separate order. So I already know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this and then the softened butter in the KitchenAid mixer. So I'm gonna let that mix together, and I'm gonna answer some questions. I know you see it. I know. I need to stop. This is what always takes me so long cooking, is because I start dancing, I start doing random stuff. I don't need to be in the kitchen. Anytime my mom's like, I wanna help my mom in the kitchen, she's like, no. And I'm like, why? She's like, because you move too slow. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, but this is our softened butter. I just got it out of the microwave, so I'm just gonna dump it. Actually, I lied. It's still kind of blockish, so I don't think it's softened enough. I'm gonna give it an extra 5-10 seconds. I feel like it's softened a little bit more now. It's kind of you see it rolling around in there. Yeah, it's soft. Okay, so I'm gonna dump it with the cinnamon filling. I'm gonna close my little mixer, and we're gonna let that mix up. Look at it. It's mixing on in there, and I'm gonna start answering a few questions. Okay, so the first question is, where are you from? I'm from the IE.
The IE!
And if you don't know where the IE is, it's okay. When I say that I'm from Southern California, a lot of people are like, oh, you're from LA, you're from San Diego. No. The Inland Empire is made up of Temecula, Beaumont, Yucaipa, you know, just a bunch of places you've never heard of, but you've probably heard of wine country, okay? So I guess that's what we're known for. And next question is, how tall are you? So I'm 5'5", which I think is average woman height, despite popular belief, okay? I don't think I'm that short, but I'm definitely not the tallest, especially for somebody who's, you know, sometimes likes to do modeling. It's not the easiest, but you take what you can get. And what are my hobbies? Besides doing YouTube, obviously you guys know I love talking to you guys, making my little travel videos. I really like to read. Actually, let me go grab the book I'm reading right now because I actually really enjoy this one. Okay, so this is the book I'm currently reading. It is called The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And this is, I want to say this is probably like my 5th or 6th book I've read this year. And it's probably one of my favorites. It's tied with another book that I've read and I can't think of the name of it right now. But this, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, she really did her thing on this one. And as you guys can see, I'm still not done. And you know, I'm just gonna put it at number 1 because already one of my favorites and I'm not even done with it yet. Look at how pretty the book is. I had to get it because of how pretty it looks, and it's even a more beautiful story. So yes, I like to read. That's one of my hobbies. Now I'm gonna go check on this mix filling because it's loud. Gosh, yo, what did I say about the butter? It was not melted enough, and this was my fault, okay? I'm gonna scoop it out, put it back in the cup, and I'm gonna try to melt it some more. Okay, I was finally able to get this butter melted down, and look at that. That looks like it's gonna be some good filling for these Blondie bars. I'm glad I was able to get that worked out because it was not that hard. I just needed to stop being impatient and let the butter melt. Now it says, in a medium bowl, whisk eggs to blend, gradually whisk in melted butter, stir in Blondie base mix until it's completely absorbed. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it's a lot of steps. But it's not like, I know it's not gonna be hard. I just need to like actually do it. So spread batter evenly in a pan and smooth the top. See, I can do this. Okay, I got this. Okay, so it actually wants the whole stick of this butter. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt it for the full time it needs this time. Melt the butter, and then I'm gonna put together, what does it want? The Blondie base mix that I have over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and pop this in the microwave. I'm gonna open it up and let's move on to our next question. Do you have siblings? Yes, I do. I have 3 siblings and I'm the oldest. So I have a little brother and he's 18. So we're only 2 years apart. And then I have 2 brothers that are twins and they're 8. So we're 12 years apart. And I don't know if you guys are on TikTok, if you guys have seen that one audio and there was like, she gonna be at the graduation and be like, yo, grandma's here. Your grandma's here. That's what it's gonna be like, because by the time that my brothers are, let's say they're gonna be 18, I'm gonna be like 30. I'm gonna be like 30 at the graduation. They're gonna be like, your mom is here. They're gonna be like, that's not my mom, that's my sister. I don't think I'm ready for that. So yes, I do have siblings. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the microwave. Okay, while that's warming up, let's see the other ones we have. What motivates you? That's a good one. I think what motivates me, in all seriousness, is that I can always be better. I feel like every year I'm trying to achieve more, do more, even if it's just a little thing. I'm not gonna try to stress myself out trying to do something because I felt like I needed to do it. If I'm already doing good in the area, I'll leave it alone, you know, because if it works, why try to fix something that's not broken? You know what they say. You can always do better, but don't try to stress yourself out. You know, if you're already doing good in a certain area, that's my thing. Doing good in school, setting a good example for my brothers, those are the kinds of things that motivate me. That was kind of a deep question. Okay, now I'm gonna take out the butter because it's been beeping at me to take it out for like a whole minute. And look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, that's melted. You can't really see the whole thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and just use my regular arm, mix it up. We're not gonna use that because that has the crumble mix. So crumble mix is in the KitchenAid mixer. I'm gonna use my hand and a little whisker to whisk this stuff up. Okay, I'm just pouring this in here. Also guys, comment down below what you guys are planning to do this Christmas with your families. I might even have a little video coming up of what I'm doing with my family, so stay tuned for that. What are your New Year's resolutions? Let me know, I wanna know. This is looking pretty crumbly, but based on the pictures of what this is supposed to look like, I think this is what we want. I think. We'll see. Guys, I did mess this up. They wanted eggs. They wanted the eggs in it. So here's what I'm gonna do. It wanted us to gradually mix in the butter, but I'm gonna whisk the eggs together in a separate bowl and gradually whisk in the eggs because I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. This is why I stick to the travel vlogs, guys. I know my lane. I'm not Nara Smith by any means, and I'm already messing it up, and it's a pre-mixed mixing thing. I'm not even making this from scratch. Okay, so I literally just have a tiny bowl to whisk the eggs, and I'm just using a fork, you know, like any normal, sane person. And I think that was my ice maker. I think it's time to answer another question. So, what kind of music do you like? Oh my gosh. Okay, if anybody knows me, like for real, you guys know that I'm gonna say that my favorite rapper is Kanye West.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
And before you guys shoot me with daggers, I just want to explain this. I like the way that he's able to tell a story and how it's just really funny, almost similar to Doechii. I don't want to pronounce her name wrong, but you guys know who I'm talking about, okay? She's the new it girl for female rap right now, and she's able to tell a story, and it's really funny. She can even be emotional, so I like rappers and artists that are able to tell a story. So, favorite rapper, favorite singer is gonna be Erykah Badu. Also another person who's able to tell a story, and it can be emotional, it can be funny, and I also like to listen to jazz, especially when I'm reading, and one of my favorite jazz artists is John Coltrane. And I also like reggae, I can't forget reggae, Afro beats, but I would have to say rap, R&B, and jazz. Those are my 3 favorite categories, for sure. I listen to reggae to start my day, I would say, because you can't, who's gonna be depressed listening to Bob Marley? I can understand if you're being depressed listening to Billie Eilish, because it's Billie Eilish. I mean, I just know I'm gonna get attacked. I'm gonna get attacked for saying that, but that's just how I think about it. If I'm sad, I'm not gonna try to put on sad music. I wanna listen to something that uplifts me, like gospel or something. I don't like to just be down in the dumps listening to down in the dumps music. It just doesn't make me feel better. So, an update on the actual baking part, I was able to whisk in the eggs, and it's giving me a better consistency of what I had earlier. So this should be pretty good. What is my next step? So let's see, I already did the crumble mix. This is the Blondie base mix. Okay, spread batter evenly in pan and smooth the top. Okay, so it wants us to move it to our pan that it's actually going to be baking in. So okay, so we're gonna move this into this pan right here. Like I said, this one calls for a 9-inch pan. Don't have that. I have an 8-inch square pan. I feel like as long as it's a square pan, it should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this. So now that the batter is in here, it wants us to add in the cinnamon mixture, pour it on top of this batter, pat it, and swirl it down in there. Okay, so this is our cinnamon mixture. I'm gonna do exactly as the directions say. I'm gonna pat it, and I'm gonna swirl it down to kind of, you know, even out that mixture. All right, guys, hold on, let me go grab the mix. Okay, get a good look, get a good look. I think this is gonna be pretty good. This looks really good right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven, and then I'm gonna go ahead and answer some more questions. Okay, what's one thing people don't typically know about me? They think that Amani is my middle name. So the thing that people typically don't know about me is that I actually don't have a middle name. My parents thought, you know, her name's gonna be too long if we give her a middle name. So all my brothers, they have middle names. I just don't, because I have 2 first names. And then what did I want to be when I was younger? Okay, this one's actually, it's kind of embarrassing because, okay, I used to go to a private Christian school, whatever. But one thing that they did that was really, really extra is they did a kindergarten graduation. And I know that school, it's not the only school that does that, but I just thought it was so funny that kindergartners have a graduation. But anyways, they made us walk across this bridge, and I'm just, you know, little black girl at a school pretty much full of other white kids. And you want to know what I say while all of them are saying, I want to be a neurosurgeon, and the parents are in the back like, you know, because I'm like, what 5-year-old is gonna say that they want to be a neurosurgeon? They don't even know what neuro means. Okay, I walked across that stage and I said I wanted to be like Princess Tiana, and Princess Tiana was a waitress, so I said I want to be a waitress when I grew up. And now that I'm thinking back on it, I think that that's so innocent, because now people would be like, that's what you want to be? Like if I said that right now. But I just wanted to be basically a princess, and I didn't want to sound too unrealistic, so I said waitress. That's pretty much all I have for questions. Now the next thing that I need to do is wait for this thing to get out the oven. Okay guys, I finally heard the little ding ding ding. Got my little mitts, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing out the oven. I'm gonna see if it's good or not. I hope it's supposed to look like that. I hope it's supposed to look like that. Hold on, let me show you guys. This is what we're working with here. I still feel like it could be in there for longer. I jiggled it a little bit. It looks pretty jiggly. I don't know if it's supposed to look like this, but I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes. Okay, and while I'm waiting for our little Blondie bars to be less jiggly, I'm gonna go ahead and start making our glaze mix that's supposed to go on top. I've done this before. Usually with confectioner sugar, you can just add water and add your vanilla, and you can make a nice little, you know, little powdered icing mix yourself. So I'm assuming that that's what this is, and I'm just gonna cut it like such, like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my tablespoon of water. Oh, I'm gonna add some more water. It says you can add it as you go, which is what I've done before when I've made a mix like this, so hold on. Like this. Now that looks like a good frosting if I've seen one myself. Okay, so I just opened the oven off camera really quick, and it looks a lot more done than it did before. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. It is a lot less jiggly. Look at that. That looks perfect. Oh my gosh. I wish I can cut everybody a piece. Okay, I'm so excited to put frosting on this. I am going to glaze it across like this. That looks amazing. Maybe I should let this cool down a little bit, but I'm kind of impatient. If you guys know, you guys should know this after watching this video. This is my first time making this. I just cut off like a little corner for myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this right now. If this wasn't already a premix thing, I would say that I need to be a chef. So you guys know how I answered that question, do I have any siblings? This is one of my siblings. This is my brother Ty, and he's gonna do the taste test and see if it's really that good.
10 out of 10. It's real good.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like it, make sure to give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe, be a part of the family, and I'm so glad that you guys are tuning in. Love you, Maybays, and have a good rest of your day, okay? Bye. Merry Christmas.